Welcome to your weekly market update. Happy Thanksgiving. We are super grateful for our clients that have trusted us with their pre-approval, and we are just super grateful at the opportunity to help you get into a new home. Now, into the update. If you watched this last week, you know that there's tension between Ukraine and Russia with missiles that the US supplied them. Russia responded with a nuclear threat. That is what's called bad geopolitical news. And geopolitical tensions means the something's going on globally that causes tension to the markets. And there's what's called a flight to safety trade. That means people are moving their money out of riskier investments and into safer investments. We are deemed a safe haven trade because of our strong military. So we saw an increase in treasury bonds and mortgage bonds. That upward movement in mortgage bonds causes mortgage rates to go down. So that's what's happened week over week. This week, we heard President-elect Trump say day one, there's going to be 25% tariffs put on the Mexican and Canadian borders, and any imports coming in from those countries would have to pay a 25% tariff. Now, a lot of the media is pushing this as inflationary, and yes, that would be increased prices, but it's not inflationary. Inflation means it's going up and continuing to go up. This is a one-time increase. So yes, slight increase on an inflationary standpoint, and that's why the market got worse yesterday. But you can see we popped right back up. So not a huge movement from that news. I don't believe that's a long-term inflationary play. That's a, hey, this is one time and this price is increased because of that. So that's done a few reasons. In my opinion, I think it's a negotiating tool to get them to do what we want on immigration front and on the fentanyl front. And I think more so the latter, which we really need that horrible drug that I've seen ruin tons of people's lives. I have friends that work Border Patrol and in Arizona, a big supporter I am of the fentanyl project in Mesa, Arizona, where it's just devastated that community. So go check out the fentanyl project if you want to learn more. And this negotiating is tough talk because the Mexican export is 25% or 27%, excuse me, of their domestic product is exports to the US. And imagine tacking that 25% extra in cost to them. They don't want that to happen. So I believe it's a negotiating tool. Time will tell, but the market has recovered nicely today from that news. Now, some charts that I wanted to show you about housing inventory, because the media constantly gets this wrong, manipulates the data. I don't know if they do it intentionally or if they don't understand it, right? But 481,000 homes for sale over September. That's 10,000 increase, right? Our annualized sales pace is 610,000. Month over month, that's way down. Here's what I want you to think about, however. I want you to think that there were storms in in Florida and in North Carolina. And there's no way in those parts devastated by the hurricanes that people are looking for housing, or is there housing available, right? So take that into consideration with these numbers. And yes, 11,000 less homes available in a sales pace is a bad number. Now, here's where they get the information wrong. They say, hey, that's a 9.5 month supply. That's a 6 year high, but they're counting housing starts. You can't sell a home that hasn't been completed. So they're putting in new construction housing permits that don't exist, right? So when we look at this and we take those out and we look at completed homes, it's not that big a difference. So you got to drill down on data. If you take data at surface level and don't drill down, it can be misconstrued and manipulated. And the media tends to do that, right? So it's not a 9.5 month supply. It's a 2.2 month supply. About 6 month supply. It's a little under that. It's 5 is average, right? So don't let the media fool you that housing is going terrible. Okay. So that's the first thing to think about. Now, when we come from an appreciation standpoint, check out these two indices that we love. We love Case-Shiller. This is all housing, all prices. They're saying seasonal adjusted. We're up 0.3% in the month of September. Remember, it comes out about a month to a month and a half late. So Case Shiller is saying, hey, in September, prices were up by 0.3. Non-seasonal adjusted, it was basically flat. Yes, this has caused the year over year to go, but we're still 3.94% in appreciation in what's deemed a down housing market. So prices nationally are still going up by 4%, which is tremendous growth, right? Now, when you look at conventional loans, this is conventional loans, right? So think of homes about 850,000 and under. So it takes the luxury market kind of out of it. We're up year over year, 4.4%. And the seasonal adjuster was way higher because remember, less people buy during the fall and winter months, which September is considered a fall month. Non-seasonal adjusted, it was still up. So what you're seeing is luxury might be slowing down a bit, but the 750, 800 price range and under is still really, really hot. So I believe it's a great time to buy. Interest rates are improving. You do not want to wait until the spring when there's all these other buyers. We're already seeing the uptick in new applications for next year. I know inventory is limited, but go out there and buy the home now if you can. And we'll be here to support you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. No, we are super grateful for you.